Namaste. Hi everybody. Thank you for joining me for another session of yoga. It's going to be gentle, it's going to be fun, it's going to be easy. So find yourself on your mat or in a good place where you can feel supported by the earth, even if you're in a chair, even if you're on a sofa, even if you're on a porch swing, just as long as you feel stable and strong, supported by the earth or by whatever surface you're on. And let's try and get into the inner world of yoga together. So I'm getting my mats sorted out. Hope you are too. Find a nice smooth surface on which to sit. You can sit with your legs crossed like this, or you can have them extended out, or half and half, however suits you, but do try to have your back straight. And some people like to pull the flesh away from the sitting bones so you really feel that connection through the pelvis points down into the earth, and that works for me as well. So I would recommend you give that a try if you want to. Straightening up the back, close the eyes, and just focus on the breath for just a moment or two, settling into the yoga frame of mind. Relaxed and aware. Being here now and grateful for being here now. Your moment is now. Beautiful. Let's bring the hands to prayer pose. Give a little friction there, rub them back and forth, get some heat built up. Faster, faster, faster. Keep breathing while you just heat up the palms of your hands as hot as you can get them. Fast, 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 fast. And we're going to put them right over the eyes. Warm palms right over your eyes. Take a moment to just breathe. And if you want, you can sort of drift in your mind's eye, noticing patterns, colors, or just darkness. Whatever you see there. Take a moment to just be with it. Wonderful. And then bring your fingertips to the top of your forehead for a little stimulating circular fingertips massage. And slide it down towards the temples. Ah, yes. Excellent. Focusing in. Close the eyes. A little circular massage with the fingertips in front of the ears. Down into the back of the jaw. Underneath the jaw. And push down towards the collarbone. Through the neck. Down towards the collarbone. Down towards the sternum. And hands to prayer pose again. Take a moment just for yourself here. Connect with your true self. Honor your true self. That part of you that nobody else knows, not even your best friend, your spouse, your parent, your sibling. Nobody really knows that true self. That's just for you. Wonderful. Let's push the hands up overhead and take a big breath in. Breathe in, reach up. Stretch your fingers up towards the ceiling. Look up at your fingers, wiggle them. Keep breathing in and out. Bringing them down. Still wiggling the fingers and the thumbs. Bring them down. Let's see if we can make almost like we're playing a trumpet, but with the fingers straight, no bending of the middle joint. And the thumbs, big circles. Everything wiggling. Work in the palm of the hand, the muscles in there. All right, now we're going to bend the fingers and let them play the trumpet in front of your face or off to the side or up in the air, wherever you want. Wiggle the thumbs too. And push it out. Bring it back. Push it out. Bring it back. Push it out as if you're really pushing against something, pushing it, shoving it forward, and then grab a hold of something and pull it all the way back. Elbows go way back. Forward and back. Breathe. Hey Leslie, how you doing up there, Canada? Everything's fine down here in St. Martin. Thanks for joining me. 2 more. Breathe. And come back to hands resting on the knees or on your armrests if you're in a chair. We're going to take that right hand down and out. Reach out with it towards the floor or towards the distance. Other hand reaching out. And we just sort of have a balance between the arms. So one up, one down. Bring that right hand to the floor or to something out there that can support you, and the other hand reaching up and over. Feel a stretch in your rib cage on the side. Try to create a little extra space between each of those bones. Big breath in here. Expand through the side body up towards the armpit and the bicep and tricep. Reach the fingers way over. Active reaching, active breathing. Awesome. We're going to bring the hands back into an equilibrium and other hand down, looking up, reaching out, and then we come over. Stretch it over. Expand the ribs. Create space between those bones. Invigorate the armpit, the bicep and tricep, the elbow, the wrist, the palm of the hand, the fingers. Stretch it wide, stretch it long, and breathe deep. Awesome. Come on back up. Let's just play like we're in an airplane. Take a moment to let the torso move. And now we're going to shift from being kind of like a soaring glider in the sky to being a palm tree blowing in the wind. Blowing gently, softly, flexible, yet strong. Blowing one way and then the other, gentle and smooth. Let's breathe as we move. Breathe in and out. 2 more times. Breathe. All right. Coming back. Let's stretch the legs out. Push the camera back just a hair. Take a moment to sit as tall as you can. Maybe pull the flesh away from the sitting bones so you really connect. When you push down on the hips, the lift is possible through the spine, lifting up, lifting the top of the head up. Let your shoulders and arms relax and be heavy. They can rest on your legs. Flex your ankles, sit tall. Reach up with the sternum and the forehead and the chin. Exhale, let your feet relax, let your legs relax. Drop your head in front of your chest and relax your shoulders, relax your belly, relax your back. Let the head be so heavy. Maybe you feel the back of the neck decompress. Awesome. Just let gravity pull the shoulders and the head down and forward. And then slowly begin to stack the vertebrae up. Flex the ankles. Bring those toes pointing back towards your face. Let's reach the hands up, stretch up, breathe in. And bring those prayer hands down. Keep lifted through the spine. Keep the top of the head reaching up. Bring the arms down. We're going to bring them straight out over the toes, reaching for something that's floating in the air above your toes. Reach, looking down at your legs so your neck is straight. Reach from your hips to your fingertips. Take that reaching arms, reaching hands, and lift up, up, up. Reach up to the top of the wall across the room. Reach. And now drop it down, reaching beyond, just beyond your toes. Reach. Lifting from the spine, the tailbone, the lowest part of the spine, reaching up. Bring the hands and the face to look up towards the top of the wall across the room. Reach up. Diagonal stretch, straight back. Reach up. And let's go all the way to vertical. Bring the body straight up over the hips. Breathe in, reach up. Oh yeah, bring those arms down. How you feeling? Better already, huh? All right. We're going to come up into hands and knees, table position. Make sure your wrists are under your shoulders, please. Make sure your knees are under your hips. Spread your fingers wide. Put a little pressure on your fingertips and your thumb tip to just energize the palm of the hand and protect the wrist a little bit. And then we just drop the head, drop the tailbone, arch the back up. Push away, push the floor away. Don't allow the shoulders to collapse, please. Coming back to a flat back like a table. Lift the face. Keep lifting the face, lift the tailbone a little bit, and let the middle of the back sink down. Remember, we're pushing away with our arms and shoulders, so don't collapse in the neck and shoulders. Inhale. Exhale, come back to the cat pose where your head is dropped, your tailbone is dropped, and the middle of the back reaches up. Cat pose, reach it up. Exhale. Transitioning to the cow pose, lift the face, lift the tailbone, breathe in. And just take your time back and forth. You know the drill, we just do the cat and cow for a little while, finding nice flexibility through the spine, hips and shoulders, and neck. Don't stop. Let your breath lead the movement. Inhaling when your head is up. Exhaling when your head drops down. Doing good? All right, we're going to come back to table, flat back. Take one step forward with your hands and see if you can bring your right knee right up in between your thumbs and sink down onto the front of your back thigh. This is your pigeon pose. I can turn a little bit so you can see everything in the camera. All right, so we're going to squeeze the shoulder blades back and lift the face up, lift the sternum up, lift the heart up, reach up with the top of the head. Proud pigeon, standing tall, puffing his chest out, breathe. All right, bring the face down just a little bit. Shift your weight onto your hands just a little bit, and we're going to look back over the shoulder one way and then the other. Just a little bit of a twist in the upper back, and you'll probably feel it in through the hips as well. Keep breathing. Awesome. 2 more. Facing forward, now we just fall down, collapse down, let the chest come to the knee, face come down to the mat, and bring your hands back, palm up by your hips, and let the head hang forward. Beautiful. When you're ready, hands come under the shoulders, push the body back up and come back to proud pigeon. Lift, breathe. Make sure your hands are able to support your weight, bring them strong underneath, and lift that knee back. Come back to cat and cow. Breathe as you move as you breathe. Big inhalation when your face is up, big exhalation when you drop your face. Ah, nice. And when you're ready, we're going to come back to table, flat back. Take one step forward with the hands. And we're going to bring the left knee in between the thumbs and sink back onto the front of your back thigh. That foot can be off to the side a little bit as you like. Supporting your body with your hands, lift the heart, squeeze the shoulder blades back, proud pigeon. Elevate through the spine, through the top of the head, squeeze the shoulders back. Beautiful. Relax a little bit. We're just going to come back to a level shoulders and face and begin to sway, looking back over one shoulder and then the other. Twist and breathe. Doesn't matter how far back you look. Maybe you're just looking off to the side. It's okay. Don't judge yourself. Just because I may not be empathetic quite enough to know what your situation is there on the other side of my camera, the other side of the internet. There's no reason to judge yourself. If I say look back and you can't quite look back, you can only look to the side, there's no reason to judge that. You just go ahead and do your range of motion with joy, with appreciation, with love. Yeah, all right, let's face forward again. And slowly collapse downward, bringing the forehead close to the floor or close to your knee. Hands can go back to rest palm up by your hips. Relax. When you're ready, hands come underneath the shoulders, push the body back up, and make sure your hands are good to support you as you lift your hip, lift your knee back, come back to cat and cow. Arch and sway. Breathe. Back to flat back. Let's see if we can turn our toes under and lift the knees 1 inch off the mat. Strong through the arms, strong through the hands and the fingertips down into the floor. Lifting up those knees just 1 inch or 2 off the mat. Hovering table. And then we go all the way to downward dog. Lift the hips up, straighten the legs more or less. Find a good place for the hands and the feet. Where you feel stable and strong. Let the head relax. I should say let the neck relax, let the head drop. Push back with your arms and hands and fingertips. Push the hips up and back. Drop the head between the arms. Let the head drop down. Relax the neck. Okay, now we're going to just allow all the weight on the hands and the feet to be transferred. So it's more or less not really downward dog anymore. It's more like you're standing on your hands and feet equally. And arrangement of your hands and feet is almost like a square. And we're going to draw inside that square on the floor with your belly button and your imagination a circle. Remember to let the neck relax, the head can hang. It does not have to be a big circle, guys. Let's go the other way around. Draw a circle with your belly button. All right, let's come back down to seated. Well done. Bring your hands to prayer pose. Let's have a moment of soft acceptance of the moment, acceptance of ourselves, appreciation, gratitude, love, and lots of breath. I have broke it out into a sweat. Excuse me. Whew. Okay. So take those fingers and interlock them and squeeze and release. Squeeze and release. Squeeze and release. Keep breathing. Okay, take a moment to look at your hands and your fingers. We're going to just shift so that it's the other way. The fingers are still interlocked. It's just not the way you normally do it, and it feels a little different. That's good. Squeeze and release. And breathe. Let's just experiment how it feels to push forward through the fingers when they're not interlocked the way we always do it. Pushing forward, bow the head, round the back, push forward with your fingers. And then bring them overhead, straight overhead. Reach up, breathe in, straight back, lift up. Excellent. Bring it to the back of the head. If you feel awkward and you don't like it, you can put your hands back the way they normally would be. It's up to you. Elbows go way back. Look up to the top of your eyes and blink. And bring your face level again. Let's tilt one elbow down, one up. Don't go too far. Just a little movement here. And level it out. Tilt the other way. And level it out. Let's do it again. Breathe. Coming upright. Reach up, stretch up, breathe in. Round down. Round the back. Drop the face. Look down at your waistline or your hips or your feet. Reach your hands forward, shift your shoulder blades away from each other back there, reach it forward. And then we bring the prayer hands right on back to the heart. Nice. Let's see if we can come up onto our knees. If you don't like this pose, you could use a pillow under your knees or under your rear end, as you like. Coming up into hero pose, sitting on your heels. Yeah, sometimes this is a little tight in the knees, so if you feel like you've got some knee issues, you may want to do a little bit of pillow in between so the knees don't scrunch so much. We're going to try and pretend we're like a little seed, all tucked in, and so the hands are going to come back. Actually, let's put our hands on the front of the knees. Forehead comes right down by the knees. Tuck it in. See how small you can get. Reduce the size of everything. Shrink inward. Tuck it in. Compress. From your tailbone, start to stack your vertebrae, pushing back and up. And I'd like to see some undulation through the spine as we come back down. Push it back up. So we want the spine to sort of undulate from the tailbone up. So we push it back up, come up. Once you come all the way up, squeeze the shoulders back. And then we're going to lift the arms out and up like a flower blooming. Come up on the knees. Reach up. As big as you can get in your chest and arms and your eyes. You can even open your mouth wide here. Stick the tongue out. And then start to slowly come back to the seed-like form where the hands come to the knees, face comes down, tuck it in, get small. Undulating upwards from the spine, the base of the spine, up through the body and back down. Exhale. Undulating upward. Lift the face back down. At this time we're going to come all the way up. And starting with the tailbone, Bring the body up. Arms come up and out, stretch out and come up off of your heels, up onto your knees. Lift the face, lift the arms, celebrate life, stretch everything big as you can. Open your eyes wide, open your mouth wide, stick the tongue out. And coming back down, back to our seat. Wonderful. Let's come on to our backside. Take a moment to lay down on your yoga mat. Put your heels close to your hips, knees bent up in the air, arms can go wherever feels comfy. Make sure your hips and shoulders feel nice and flat on the floor, distributing your weight evenly up. Evenly. But just drop the knees to the left. If your knees go to the left, probably your right hip is hovering over the floor. Just let it relax. As if it wants to sink back down to the floor. I doubt it will, but that's okay. Just relax it and ask it to let go. Knees up and over to the other side. Now the left hip needs to be told to let go. Release and relax your hips, lower back, legs, belly, and anything else that's holding tension. Relax. Knees up and over again, and then I invite you to go back and forth. Take your time as you like it. If you prefer to stay down in one particular spot, you can. But here we're just trying to get everything loose in the hips, waking it up. All right, let's bring those knees up and all the way to the chest. Hands come to the knees, squeeze it in and release. Squeeze it in and release. Squeeze in and release. Squeeze in and hold. Hold the knees into the chest with strong arms, strong hands. Squeezing it in. Keep breathing. And now we reach the arms and legs up to the ceiling. Circle your ankles, circle your wrists. Breathe. Circle the wrists, circle the ankles. Change direction whenever you feel like it. Flex and point. Flex and point. Flex and point. Flex and point. Let's flex and hold it in a flex. Bend the knees and elbows. Bring it down. Push it up. Bring it down, push it up. Flexed ankles, flexed wrists, push it up. Bring it down, push it up. Let's go 10 more times. Down and up. That's 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Good. 3, 2, and 1. Reach for the ceiling. Bring your head off the floor. Reach your fingertips and your toes up. The top of your head, reach up. Lift your hips off the floor. Lift your shoulders up. Stretch up. Reach for the ceiling. Reach up. Keep breathing. All right. Slowly coming down. Arms can go wherever feels comfortable, maybe in surrender or cactus or capital letter T. Stretch those legs out, let the feet flop outward. let's take the right leg, bend the knee, and bring the toes to the top of the other leg. Open the door out so the knee comes all the way out and open, and then close it. You can roll up onto the left side of the hip and find a nice spinal twist. Bring the knee to the floor, almost to the floor. Close the door. Swing the door open again. Open it all the way. And close it. Rolling up on the hip. Rolling back onto your back. Open the door. Bring the knee up. Roll over. Close it. 2 more times just like that. And then we're going to stay in the spinal twist at the end of it. Yes. Bring the knee over, and here you can arrange your arms, bend your knees, however you like. We're just seeking the ultimate luxurious spinal twist. And this is such a wonderful time to listen to the body and just hear what it has to say. Often we're decompressing, and the issues in our tissues talk to us. Listen. Beautiful. Roll onto your back. Let's do a long body stretch. Realign everything. Reach the arms overhead. Stretch your toes together and beyond. Reach the body long and inhale. Expand your ribs. Breathe in. Exhale. Relax. Yes, indeed. All right, arms out to the side or wherever feels good. Bend the left leg. Bend the toes of the left leg to the top of the knee or the thigh of the other leg. And we open the gate. Bring the knee up and all the way over to close the gate. Roll up onto the right side of your hip. Bring the knee to the floor if you can. If not, it's okay. Open and close. Open and close. Open and close. Two more, and then we'll end up in the spinal twist. Find your most wonderful version of a spinal twist. Adjust your arms and legs, bend your knees, bend your elbows, relax through the entire body, and listen with love to anything that the body has to say to us. Relax. Rolling onto your back, stretch the body long. Inhale, yawn if you need to, make it your stretch. All right, let's try something called the cat pulling his tail. So we're going to come back to bend the right knee, put the knee on the leg, roll over, bring the knee to the floor, spinal twist. And what I want you to do here is take your, okay, we're moving to the left. The right leg is on top. Bring your right arm down along the body and your left arm up. Now the lower leg is your left leg. Bend the knee and find your toes with your fingertips behind your rear end. Grab onto those toes. And this is the cat pulling his tail. You want to take your foot as if you were trying to pull it out of your hand, but don't let it slide out of your fingertips. But just a little bit of tension between the foot and the leg and the arm, the leg and the hand. It actually communicates tension from your right shoulder to your left knee, arching a little bit back. Cat pulls his tail. Now if the top leg wants to straighten, that makes it a little more intense, and that's up to you. Also, if you feel like you want to look back over your shoulder, that's also up to you. Some people enjoy that part of the stretch. And release. Let's roll back. Long body stretch. Align everything again. Okay, let's bring those arms out to the side. Left leg bends, toes come to the top of the knee on the other leg, and over we go. Once the knee is down, bend your bottom leg. Bring your fingers down to find those toes, grab a hold. Your other leg can reach up, your other arm, can reach up overhead a little bit. And once you are connected, you're going to put a little tension between the arm and the leg. The top leg can stretch out if you have room, and if you want to, you can stretch that top leg out. And also, if you want to, you can look back over your shoulder. Creating tension between the foot and the arm. Feel the connection from the shoulder to the knee. Oh, good, I love that. Let's stretch again. Bring on yourself onto your back. Stretch the legs out, arms overhead, reach. And relax. Hands come alongside the body, bend those knees and put the heels close to the hips. Lift the hips up. Roll down one vertebrae at a time from the upper back through the mid back to the lower back and the hips. Bring the knees to the chest, hands to the knees, open wide. Big breath here. And close it up. Feet to the floor, hands to the ground next to your hips, fingers pointing towards your heels. Lift the hips up, bridge it up. Squeeze the buttocks, lift it higher. Roll it down, starting at the top, one vertebrae at a time. Hips on the floor, knees to the chest, hands to the knees, open wide. Close it up, halfway. Rock left and right. All right, let's get ready for the big bridge. Hands come to the floor by your hips. Lift the hips up. And if you want to, you can walk your shoulders together under your upper back and clasp your hands together under your tailbone, which gives you the potential for a bigger bridge, a taller bridge. Push your toes into the floor. Push your heels into the floor. Squeeze the buttocks. Lift the hips. Notice your chest rising to meet your chin. That's okay. Keep breathing. And let's come on down. Release the hands. Reach the hands straight up from the shoulders. Roll the back down onto the floor. Stretch the body out. Long body stretch. Point the toes, reach the fingers, breathe in, expand your ribs, and relax. Bring your right knee up, hands come to the knees, squeeze it in, and release, squeeze it in, and release, squeeze it in, and release, reach it up. Stretch that heel towards the ceiling. Let your leg be straight up out of your hip socket like a lamppost. If the knee bends, don't worry about it, that's fine. Reaching your hands towards the leg, grabbing a hold wherever your hands grab. Gently pull the leg a little closer to the face and release. Just 1 inch at a time, 1 inch closer to the face and back to vertical. 1 inch closer to the face, maybe 2, and back to vertical. Explore gently. What is your range of motion? How far will the leg go? Don't judge anything. Just keep doing a nice stretch here. Feel free to breathe as you need. See if we can hold the leg at or close to the edge of our range of motion. Try to relax the leg, relax the hip, tell the hamstring to just give up and stretch. If it doesn't want to, don't judge it. This is a static stretch, just keep breathing. Try to relax. And now that we've been patient, maybe it'll come a little deeper into the stretch. If you want to explore the flexibility, just to edge it in towards that edge. Be gentle. Don't ask too much. Listen to the body with love. Awesome. Release it. Bend the knee and grab the foot in your left hand, the knee in your right hand. Rock the baby back and forth. Stretch that leg straight up towards the ceiling again. Arms rest off to the side. We're going to lower it down real slow, like the second hand on a clock. So slow. Down it goes. Once it's all the way down, stretch the body long again. And let's bend up the other leg. Left knee comes to the chest, hands come to the knees. Squeeze it in a few times. Somebody sent me a smiley face. I'm not sure who it was, but thank you. Stretch the leg straight up from your hip. Don't worry if the knee bends. That's okay. Try and let it be straight from your hip up towards the ceiling, like a lamppost. Hands reach for the leg and grab a hold wherever your hands reach. Gently pull and let it come 1 or 2 inches closer to your face and then back to vertical. Find your range of motion, be gentle, keep breathing. Find your full range of motion here. Acknowledge the edge and back away. Let's hold the leg at or close to your extreme location. Just hold and relax. Static stretch, keep breathing. And then if you feel like you want to go a little deeper, gently see if there's a little more flexibility available once we've waited and been patient and let the leg relax. Release, bend the knee. Let's go to rock the baby. Back and forth, left and right. Exhale and inhale. Wonderful. Let's stretch the legs straight up. Arms rest on the side of the body on the floor, and slowly, slowly, slowly the leg descends down to the floor. Beautiful. Let's do one more long body stretch. Whether we bend the knees, put the feet on the floor, not too close to the hips. Reach the hands straight up for the ceiling. Bring the head off the floor. One slow sit up. come on back. Who's giving me little birds? Okay, folks. Let's see if we can come up onto the Asian squat or the yoga squat. So you need to put your feet strong on the floor in front of your hips, a little wider than your hips, toes turned a little bit out, and then push from behind with your hands and come up onto the feet. And elbows inside the knees, hands to prayer pose at the heart. Lift through the spine, lift the front of the body drawn up and forward. There should be a little pressure between your knees and your elbows pushing out, knees pushing in. From here we're going to drop the hands to the floor and lift the hips and drop the head. So hands come to the floor, drop your head and lift the hips up in a forward fold. Take a moment to just let the body hang from the hips and feel the spine decompress. Let's take the hands and fold the arms so you really have no support for the hands. They're really hanging. And allow the head to really hang. Your knees can have a little bend, like a micro bend. And swing the arms, swing them back and forth, away from the legs and back towards the legs. Beautiful. Release the hands. Bring them right in front of your feet. Let's turn the hands, palms up, fingers pointing back towards your toes. Pick up your toes and slide the hand underneath the foot. Once your hands are underneath your foot, wiggle your toes and relax your shoulders. Drop your head. And give yourself a much appreciated wrist massage with your toes. Only in yoga would we ever do such a thing, I think. It's fair to say that. Bring the hands out from underneath the feet, bend the knees, and place the hands on the knees. We're going to push up ever so slowly, starting with the tailbone. Keep the head down. The head is the last thing to come up. Walk up your thighs with your hands. And let's round the back and drop the shoulders and hips forward. Bend the knees. Drop it down, round the back. Slowly straighten. Come tall again. Lift the face, shoulders go back. Breathe in. Lift the squeeze the elbows back. Bend the knees, round the back, drop it forward. Head hangs, arms hang. Round the back, bend the knees. And slowly uncurl. Coming straight and tall again. Find yourself in mountain pose. So let's get the camera better organized for standing. Sorry. All right. Standing tall, look down, make sure your toes are pointing forward, and you can spread those toes out a little bit on the floor. Rock between your balls of your feet and the heels of the feet. Find yourself well distributed on your feet, really strong on the floor. Lift the arch up and feel that energy from the arch of the foot rise through the legs, lifting the knees, tightening the thighs, tucking the belly in, tucking the tailbone under, lifting the sternum, shoulders go back, face lifts. And we smile and breathe. Think about the sternum of the front of your chest, lifting up and coming forward. Remember that proud pigeon we did earlier? Lift it up. Transform the shape of your torso. Lift the front of the body up. Squeeze the shoulders back and down. Beautiful. All right, let's lift the hands out to the side. Reach up. Breathe in. Pick some mangoes out of the tree. Reach up. Shift your weight on your feet. Reach up. Take some mangoes out of the tree and put them in a basket right in front of your feet. Let's pick some more mangoes. Reach up. Reach up. Grab some more. Reach tall. Get the juicy one. It's very high. Reach up and get it and put it in the basket at your feet. One more. Reaching. 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 Reaching and pour the basket. Pick the basket up. Carefully pick the basket up. Balance it on your head. Pretend you're going for a walk. Don't spill the mangoes. This is St. Martin yoga style. All right, so we take the basket off the head, put it on the side of the market for everybody to get some mangoes. Say hello, wave, big waves for all your friends at the market, wave. All right, arms out to the side, reach it up, stretch up, breathe in. Exhale, prayer hands come down. So we're going to swing the hands, swing the arms, swing the feet. Allow yourself to pick one foot up at a time, rocking from side to side. Let it be loose, let it be fun. All right, let's walk forward and back. Hobby horse style with the feet. Picking one foot up and then the other. Swing the arms, really swing them. Breathe. Let's change feet. All right, now stand tall, bend the knees a little bit, keep the knees bent, swing the arms all the way around, and let your body just sort of pump up and down like pistons. Keep those knees active and working. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Standing tall, mountain pose, heels under the hips, toes pointing forward, feet strong on the floor, arms reach out and up, stretch up, breathe in. Let the right hand drop, looking at your lower hand, the right hand drops, look at it down there, reach the other hand straight up. Now we're looking at the lower hand. If you feel like it's okay with your neck, cast your eyes upward at your upper hand. Be gentle, that neck is so sensitive. Huh? And looking down at the lower hand again. It lifts, we watch it lift, slowly rising like steam. Breathe in, reach up. Other hand drops, left hand sinking, watch it sink, let it hang next to your leg, reach the other hand way up, stretch long through the side body. Cast your eyes upward if you feel like your neck will allow it. Don't overdo your neck. And eyes cast back down. Let that hand lift, reach up, breathe in, stretch tall. And arms come down. Can you return to the squat? Good question. Let's give it a try. Remember, your feet are a little wider than your hips, toes pointed slightly out. The knees are going to go out, not in, not forward, out. In fact, put your hands inside your thighs right there and push out so that you drop the tailbone straight down and the knees go out, not forward. Here we go. Down we go. And whoa! And elbows inside the knees, hands together at the heart. Lift the top of the head up. Squeeze the shoulder blades together in the back. This is a pelvis opener, obviously, so let's come onto our hips and reverse that. Crisscrossing the legs. Bring one leg behind the opposite hip, and the top leg, bring that foot back by its opposite hip. The feet are kind of sole up, and the hands can rest on the soles of the feet. So palms to soles, fingers to toes. Lift the heart up. And we bend forward, rounding the back, dropping the head by the knee. Lift up with an inhalation. And let's see if we can switch around so that the legs are the other way. I'm going to show you a trick. So this is a really fun trick. You have to kind of stand on your feet, bend over, switch around, and come back the other way. It's just for fun. Here we go. Coming up, switch it all the way around, and down you go. So that's a little, it's for those that want some challenge, I guess. Here we are, back, knees stacked vertically in front of the pelvis, feet tucked away by the hips, hands rest on the soles of the feet. Lift the heart up. Take a moment to connect with your true self. Acknowledge that crystal of truth that is you, somewhere inside of you, maybe behind your heart. A flower blooms. So let me tell you a little about the way I always close and open my classes, which is with Namaste. Maybe not always, but usually. Namaste actually means the divine God within me recognizes the divine God within you. The divine spirit within me feels the divine spirit within you. It's a recognition of how we are all connected. We are all one. God lives within all of us. We are all divine beings of light and love. Sometimes we get confused, sometimes we get stressed, sometimes we forget, but that is the truth. We are all beings of light and love, divine spirits, and we are all connected. The word yoga actually means unity. We are all one. So thank you so much for joining me. I'll leave you in a quiet, prayerful appreciation of your life, of your friends and your family, of your blessings. Remember to share your light and love with all you see, all that you have the opportunity to interact with, even if it's just a glance, even if you're wearing a mask because of the COVID, you still have your eyes to shine love and let people know you see them. Continue to pray for peace. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your love. Namaste.